So in the previous class, we saw while loop, okay, and we perform LCM and GCD with the help of while loop. Now we will see a variation in the while loop, which is called do while loop, okay, and there is a slight difference between while loop and do while loop. That while loop is a entry checking loop, so it checks the entry condition before entering in the loop body, and do while loop is the exit checking loop, okay. So it checks the condition once the loop of the body of the loop runs, and after that it checks the condition, okay. So we will do it with the help of example. Just see the syntax of the do while loop. Now if we want to perform sum of numbers till the user enters 0. So first of all, you have to see that whether this is the application of loop or not. So this is perform sum of numbers till the user enters 0. So this means user will be keep on adding some numbers, okay, and all of those numbers are to be added, and a sum needs to be find out, and this summation process is to be continued until we find 0, until the user enters 0, okay. So let us save this program as do while one dot c, okay. Now other, I believe that you can make this program with the help of for loop and while loop also. So let us make this program first with the help of while loop. Okay. Then we will see how to see the variations in the do while loop. Okay. So what it says, perform sum of numbers till the user enters 0. Now see, we need a sum, which will be sum is always initially 0. We will be needing an integer n, okay, and this n needs to be checked, okay. Now we can printf enter a number and need to scanf this number as %d ampersand n, okay. Now we need to check while this n is not equal to 0, okay. What you are going to do, while this n is not equal to 0 means till you don't get n to be equal to 0, what you will do, you will do sum equals to sum plus n, okay. Now once you finish, the loop doesn't end here. The loops demands another number to be entered, okay. So this code needs to be placed inside the loop also. Why we place this inside loop? Because multiple numbers are to be entered, and this number will be entered, the new number will be entered here, okay. So we can write enter another number. So this new number will be there. This new number will be checked in the beginning of the loop, and if this loop allows or this new number is not 0, it will again perform the summation and then ask for another new number. So in this way, this loop may run infinitely till you get 0. Okay. Now why I am saying that while loop is entry checking loop, entry checking loop. Why I'm saying this, that before entering to the loop body, before entering in the loop body, it checks the condition. Okay, and what is the stopping condition? This is the terminating condition. So the terminating condition is checked before entry of the loop body. Okay, now here you can see that due to this problem, this because this is a kind of program where at least one input is required for this particular objective. At least one input is required. If I don't write these, okay, so what will be the initial value of n, which would be required from the user? So this is a problem that you have to write the input statements twice. Can you see this problem? You have to write input statements inside the loop also and outside the loop also. So this brings to a requirement that what if that we have such kind of a loop which runs the body first and then check for the condition. Okay, so this is the variation that is called do while loop. Now see what is the syntax of do while. In do, you write the keyword do, then you have a opening and closing brace, and then you write this while, and then you have the terminating condition. Okay, so what is the syntax? This is do, this is keyword, then this is the loop body, and after running the loop body, the while condition runs. Okay, so for this particular example, this example would be like this: enter a number. So let me comment this. Okay, so I initialize sum equal to 0 and declare a variable n. Then what I do print enter number, then scan this number, and then perform first summation. This is first summation. Okay, now this summation will takes place at least once, because this is exit checking loop. Okay, exit checking loop. What does it mean? When you enter the body, okay, there is no terminating condition here. Okay, so there is no condition to be checked before entering to the body. So what will happen? This statement will run without any problem, this statement will run, and this statement will run, and this value whatever entered by the user, now after finishing the loop it would be checked. Okay, so once you finish the processing of the loop, then the condition is checked. So can you line out the difference? Here before entering into the body the condition is checked, and here after the body the condition will be checked. Okay, and where we involve do while loop, where we want the loop to run at least once, at least once. Okay, so here the first value will be taken by these two statements, first value. Then the first value, if it is suppose 0, thus the sum will be 0, and after finishing this loop it will check whether it is 0. If it is 0, then it will stop here, and it will not go back to do and enter into the body. Okay, so you can consider this like a gallery, where this is a gallery where you first open the door and then you enter. Okay, and outside there is nothing. Okay, then in this particular loop you enter into the gallery first, and once you cross the gallery completely, then you check for the gate. So this is exit gate lock and there is entry gate lock. Okay, fine. So where you will use do while loop, where you want the code of the loop or the body of the loop to run at least once. Okay, एक बार तो चलाना ही है. Fine. Any doubt? Okay. Now let us make another program where okay, so where you want to change the case of the character till user enters dollar. Okay, till नहीं आएगा, until आएगा, until user enters dollar, means user will be entering some characters. Okay, user will be entering some characters and you will be changing their case. Now what do you mean by changing the case? Means if the value is in uppercase, you will make the case lower, and if the value is in lowercase, you will make it upper. Have you made this program? Do okay. So how you are going to make this program? Can anyone give me idea? How we will change the case? देखो, how you change the case? Can you tell me the logic? Means if user enters small a, you will print capital A. If user enters a, sorry, capital A, you will print small a. But if user enters dollar, okay, you will stop. This is the program requirement. Now, can anyone suggest me? Okay, can you suggest that how to change the case? Yes.
Sir, using the ASCII value for characters.
Okay. So ASCII values can be used. So
सर इफ
how
अगर हमारे
yes.
पास लोअर केस है तो हम उसमें 32 ऐड कर दें.
Okay. Very good. So there is a difference of 32. Do you remember capital A starts from 65 and small a starts from 97. So there is a difference of 32 in their ASCII values. So if you get a capital that is between 65 to 90, if you get a capital letter or uppercase letter between 65 to 90, what you can do? You can simply make a addition of 32 to go in this range 97 to 122. Like 65 plus 32 is 97. So corresponding lowercase will come. Okay, now if you detect that the element is in this range or the character is in this range, then what will you do? You will just subtract 32 to come in this range. Okay, so this is the logic for the program. So and how to do is with help of do while loop. So you will require a character ch. Okay, now this ch will be taken input, but you know that at least one character is required in this program, because even to stop the program you need to enter dollar. So this means this program can be done with the help of while loop, but it is optimally to use the do while loop. Okay, do and while. Okay, let us run the previous program first. ना हमने इसको रन नहीं किया है ना. Let us see whether there is an error or anything. Okay, there is an error. Okay, so what is the error? Error is the semicolon, right? So this is the only loop which ends with a semicolon. Okay, we saw that while and for loop does not have any semicolon, but this has a semicolon. Okay, so can you remember this, that do while loop will have a semicolon? So let us run this. Okay, enter a number. I entered 6, then enter a number 6. Suppose, what is the problem? कब तक चलेगा ये? Till we don't enter 0. So I entered 0. Now this is stopped. Okay, so क्या हुआ? The sum was not printed. So sum, for printing the sum, you have to write the printf statement. Okay, so printf statement would be the sum is %d, and that would be sum. Okay, now let us run it again. Enter a number, suppose 9, the second number 2 11, then 5 16, then 4 20. Now I don't want to run, I will write 0, and the sum is 20. Okay, now this is the normal, this the same, the program will run same in while also. Okay, but the only difference is, देखना, if the first entry is 0, the sum is 0. Okay, because the first entry was taken, it is 0. Now sum is performed, that 0 plus 0 is 0, and the sum is performed as 0 plus 0, and then it is that 0, if it is 0, yes it is 0, so it will not go inside the body again, and it will simply print the sum. Okay, now let us make this program. Here you want to take input a character. Okay, so you will simply do printf enter a character. Okay, now character is entered, then you will do %d %ch. Okay, so you have taken the character. Fine. Now what is required, that this character is to be checked first, whether it is in this range or in this range. Okay, fine. So how to check? If ch is greater than, आज morning में someone asked me the question for this kind of a condition. Okay, जहाँ पे she did like this, uh, ch is greater than 65 है ना, and 90. So this is not a proper condition to write. Okay, this is not a method to write expression in C. Yes, we do this in mathematics, but in C this expression is not going to run. Why? Because this operator is a binary operator, so it requires two operands, this and this. Okay, now either you can do like this, but you cannot do this, but again the interpretation is different. Okay, so if you want to do this, you have to do ch. So there are two conditions to be checked. ch is greater than, sorry, ch is greater than 65, greater than equal to 65, and ch is less than equals to 90. What does it mean? It means it is capital A to Z. Okay, if this happens, then what will you do? Ch minus equals to 32. Okay, now what does it mean? How it expands? Ch equals to ch minus 32. This is decrement operator, है ना? Okay, so this gives the self decrement operator. ये हमने ऑपरेटर देखा था, इफ यू रिमेम्बर. हाँ, ch minus equals to 32. It means, sorry, we will not do minus, we need plus, because we need to go to in the range 97 to 122. So 65 को क्या बनाना है हमें? 122 बना, 97 बनाना है. ठीक है, so we will do ch plus equals to 32. Fine. Now if or else, okay, now else ch minus equals to 32. Is this right or wrong? Is it right to write this or wrong? यहाँ पे else आना चाहिए या else if आना चाहिए?
Sir, else if.
Okay, so what is the problem with else? 65 से 90 तो यहाँ है. ठीक है,
Sir, but
तो
user can
हाँ,
also enter 0 to 9.
yes, 0 to 9 और any other special characters also. तो देखो, इस else में कौन कौन आ गया? if में तो ये true होंगे 65 से 90 के बीच के. Now in else 0 to 64 ये भी else में आ गया. Then 91 to 255 ये पूरा range जो है, this complete range came in this particular else. So this is wrong. हमको सबका 32 plus minus नहीं करना है. Okay, so that is why else will not work here. We need to write else if, and in else if we need to write ch is greater than equals to 97. And why we are writing and because both the conditions needs to be satisfied. This is to be satisfied and this is to be satisfied. यानी 65 और उससे ज्यादा होना चाहिए और 90 और उससे कम भी होना चाहिए. ठीक है, logically you can understand that. 122. Okay, so then you will do ch equals to ch minus 32. So this will expand as ch equals to ch minus 32. Right? Okay, now what is to be checked in while? What is to be checked?
So that character is not dollar sign.
Okay, so let us print it also first. Printf, printf changed case is %c, and what is %c here? ch. Okay, and what we need to check, ch is not equal to dollar. Okay, is there any mistake?
सर
Sir,
scanf
semicolon
में
after while and if and else if में brackets नहीं है.
if else में ब्रैकेट नहीं है. देखो if else में ब्रैकेट तो क्यों नहीं है? Because there is only one line after if, so the bracket is not compulsory. ठीक है, इफ देर आर मल्टीपल लाइन स्टेटमेंट्स ना, अगर यहाँ पे इफ के अंदर दो स्टेटमेंट होते, देन वी नीड टू पुट द ब्रैकेट कंपल्सरली. ठीक है, बट देर इज ओनली वन लाइन स्टेटमेंट आफ्टर इफ, सो द ब्रैकेट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. और बताओ, और भी गलती है?
सर scanf में %c.
कैन एफ में %c. वेरी नाइस. चलो और बताओ.
Sir, dollar sign will come in single quotes.
Yes, this is very important because आप इसको पूरा चला लोगे, but this is not going to give you a right output what you want. Okay, this dollar is a character dollar. Okay, so you have to compare with the help of single quotes. Right? Right? Let us try to run it. फर्स्ट देखते कंपाइल हो रहा है या नहीं. Okay, so it is compiling. Now let us run it. Add a character. Let us enter C. Change. Okay. So okay. तो पहले तो एक बार स्टॉप कर लेते हैं. देन आप लोग मुझे प्रॉब्लम बताना. फाइन, ताकि दिखे अच्छे से, है ना. नाउ लेट अस रन इट अगेन. ओके. नाउ आई एम एंटरिंग अ कैरेक्टर स्मॉल सी, है ना, या कुछ अलग सा टी देते हैं ना. नाउ सी दिस. चेंज केस इज, देखना ध्यान से, चेंज्ड केस इज टी. फाइन, ये तो आ गया. देन क्या आया, एंटर अ कैरेक्टर, बट इट डिडंट आस्क मी अ कैरेक्टर टू राइट, बट इट इज प्रिंटिंग चेंज केस अगेन, मतलब अगले में चला गया है. एंड नाउ इट इज आस्किंग, एंड अगेन इफ आई गिव समथिंग लाइक आर, सो वापस से एक बार तो चल रहा है, बट इट इज नॉट टेकिंग सेकेंड वन. देन अगेन आस्किंग, तो एक छोड़ के एक चल रहा है. एनी स्पेसिफिक रीजन? इफ समवन रिमेम्बर्स क्या प्रॉब्लम है, प्रोग्राम को देख के बता सकते हो तो. एनीवन? ओके, वी आर टेकिंग, अच्छा चलो ऐसे नहीं बताता हूँ मैं. लेट
Sir, scanf
हाँ,
taking enter.
yes, scanf is taking, we are entering a character. So using scanf what happens, you have to press enter also. तो क्या होता है कि अगले वाली जो लूप की बॉडी है उसमें ये जो नेक्स्ट टाइम scanf आता है, that takes that previous enter. ठीक है. तो वो प्रीवियस एंटर लेने की वजह से, इफ यू हैव सीन द वीडियोस रिलेटेड टू इनपुट आउटपुट ऑफ कैरेक्टर, where we used get ch and get ch. ठीक है. So for using them, the reason was that they don't require the enter, है ना. So there are two possible solutions of this. One solution is this, second solution is this. Once you enter something, then after entering, and if it is a character and you are entering with the help of a scanf, then you just write this fflush stdin. Okay, this function clears the remaining enter. जो enter इसके बाद में हमने दिया था, ये क्या कर देता है, उसको फ्लश कर देता है. फ्लश मीन्स it clears out from the standard input output buffer. Okay, so what will happen, when next time the iteration will come and it will ask for new input, then it is not going to take the enter by its own. Fine, let us stop this program and run it again. Now enter a character. Enter a character, suppose I enter small u, it is giving capital U, and now you can see it is asking for the next character, capital R, W to capital W, and when I enter dollar, it stops. Changed cases dollar. Okay, so it didn't change the case also for the dollar, because dollar will not be requiring any plus and minus, so it will not be in this range, dollar will not be in this range. So that is why dollar is print as it is. Okay, now if I don't want to do this, you understood the use of fflush stdin, what was the problem? किसी को नहीं आया, I can explain again, but this is an important thing. Whenever you are doing programs related to scanning the characters and multiple times, one after the other, हो क्या रहा है, एक बार कैरेक्टर यहाँ आता है, देन अगेन अगली इटरेशन में फिर से आता है. तो होता क्या है, द एंटर दैट वी प्रेस्ड आफ्टर दिस फर्स्ट scanf goes to the next scanf. Now when we do fflush, what happens, the enter flushes. Okay, and you don't get that problem again. Okay, now this is one of the method. Now what can be the other method? Can anyone suggest me based on the video? there is a method called, there is a function called getChe. So if you take ch with the help of getChe, okay, so this function does not require enter. Okay, so what will happen if I run enter a character? I will enter e. You can see that the space is not coming. It means this small e, I need only to write it. Okay, मैं सिर्फ लिख रहा हूँ, R प्रेस करता हूँ, कैपिटल R ऑटोमेटिकली प्रिंट हो जाता है. I don't require to press the enter after my input as we need to do in scanf. जैसा scanf में करना पड़ता है वैसा यहाँ पे बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. ठीक है, तो स्मॉल w लिखा, कैपिटल W ऑटोमेटिकली प्रिंट हो गया. I didn't require to press enter. Fine. And as soon as I enter dollar, it stops. Okay, so it is always preferable whenever you are entering multiple characters one after the other, you use getChe. Is it okay? Okay, so this is the program for do while. Fine. So this completes the iteration topic. Okay, in iterations we saw for loop. Okay, then in for loop we did some programs, then we did some patterns. Okay, and after the patterns we did the while loop. Okay, and when we use while loop, generally when we require some stopping condition, okay, and we don't need some initialization and increment, okay, generally. Okay, otherwise while loop and for loop are equivalent to each other. Okay, then do while loop is used when you require the loop body to run at least once. Okay, fine. So this completes the iteration.